Google, turn on lights.
Okay, turning on 3 lights.
Whew, man, the holidays came up quick, didn't they? Wow. Anyways, that was so bad. Holiday video skit, take 2, and action. Hey Google, turn on lights.
Okay, turning on 3 lights.
Oh my goodness! Whew, the holidays came out of nowhere, and I leave for Chicago in like, I don't know, 12 hours. And that includes my sleep time, mind you. Anyways, what is up, guys? My name is Asteroid, and welcome to a holiday Q&A. So I wanted to film some sort of holiday video, some sort of Christmas video, something just to celebrate the holidays. I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I didn't want to not do anything because it's freaking Christmas, you know what I mean? So we're doing something exciting. We're doing a Q&A. And I got to give credit where credit is due. My boy, Turtle Prince. Wait, I forgot the number at the end of his name. Hold up. Let me find the tweet. Turtle Prince. It's just Turtle Princ 3. So there is a number, but it's just included within the Prince word. I'm out of breath, to be honest. I really got to start working on my cardio. I threw those clothes down. I was walking back and forth between this place and the door. I'm actually kind of embarrassed to say I'm out of breath because that's like, I don't know, maybe 10 feet at best. But anyways, Turtle Prince, thank you so much for your suggestion, my dude. He suggested us doing this Christmas Q&A. I was asking around on Twitter, what the heck do we do? I only have 1 day to do it. We got to do something quick. So shout out to Turtle Prince. And also, I want to give an even bigger shout out to Turtle Prince because I actually met this man. And I'll put a picture on screen right now. I actually met this man at a football game, at a high school football game. So shout out to him. He's an awesome dude. It was really nice talking to you. But with that all being said and clearly all of my packing done, let's get into the questions. So I'm just going to answer as many of these as possible. And I don't know what makes this Christmas themed outside of the fact that it's being uploaded on Christmas. But anyways, first up, we have my boy Quintavious with the question, what are you going to be doing on your trip? Very, very awesome question. Thank you so much for your question. Thanks to all of you guys for your questions. You guys are incredibly generous. Honestly, when I asked for questions, I did not expect to get as many as I did, and I really hope I'll be able to get to all of them in this video. I don't know if I'll be able to, but anyways, Quintavious said, what are you going to be doing on your trip? I'm mainly just going to be hanging with family. Every single year, we go back to Chicago. In case you guys didn't know, I'm originally from Chicago. Literally all of my family is in Chicago. So usually we go up there for the holidays. We stay up there for a few days. We have our Christmas Eve. We have our Christmas. We hang out, have a good time, visit friends. And yeah, so that's going to be what I'm going to be doing. We usually have a Christmas Eve at my grandparents' house, and then we have Christmas Day at my other grandparents' house. So it's going to be fun, going to be great, a lot of chillaxing. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to make any videos, which is why I'm in this rush to make content as of right now, trying to prep something for when I'm gone, because I really don't want you guys to be without content. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic Christmas. By the way, if you guys do celebrate, and even if you don't celebrate, hopefully you're having a fantastic day just in general. But anyways, next question. Johnny Webb says, how about a crisp high five? Merry Christmas, my dude. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Turtle Prince asked, will you ever do a face reveal? No. My boy Poise said, have you ever wore a holiday bra? Don't lie. I'll be totally honest, I have never worn a holiday bra. I mean, I would say if I did, I mean, listen, I'm Abraham Lincoln over here. I'm Honest Abe. I would say if I did, I did not. So, I'm sorry to disappoint. Next question. Who is your favorite Boku no Hero character? Todoroki! Freaking love Todoroki. He's got the fire powers. He's got the ice powers. Freaking love Todoroki. He's the best. Okay, so other than YouTube, what else are you passionate about? What other things do you do as hobbies? I'm not sure. I mean, obviously I game on the side, but if I had to like give something else that I'm really passionate about, I wouldn't really say it's a hobby, quote unquote. But I love technology. Like, I love just computers and gadgets and that kind of stuff. Like, I'm sure you guys have heard of NKBHD. I watch him a lot. I'm sure you guys have heard of Linus Tech Tips. He's a pretty great YouTuber. I watch him a lot. I just love tech, and a lot of that stuff is associated with YouTube. Like, I have my capture card, and I have my audio interface, and my microphone, and headphones, and Google Home, and the PC, and like all this kind of stuff I just love messing with. I love tinkering with technology and just messing around and seeing what I can do with it. So, I would probably say that. Yeah, that's probably a reasonable answer. I don't really know how to end this segment, so I'm just gonna go cut! Dragon Firepie said, so if Vinnie is your dad, and Ryan is your boyfriend, will Ryan have to meet Vinnie for the blessing? But Ryan already knows Vinnie, so Asteroid Ryan and Vinnie meet up when? Question mark? Yes, Ryan will have to eventually meet Vinnie, and I think meet should be taken in the term of like meeting in person, because they have never met IRL, but I think eventually that day should come, and I think it will definitely be appropriate when it does. And in terms of a meetup, I don't know, but I will certainly let you guys know when that happens because it's going to be pretty exciting. Said, will the Soul Link finale ever be released? I really hope it went up before this video. If it did not, I want to apologize and say right here, right now, I am so sorry. I don't know why it wouldn't go up before this video, because actually we should be recording it right after I'm done recording this video, but who knows? The universe could go boom! Just exploding on us. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it should be up before this video, so go check it out. And it'd be super awkward if it wasn't up before this video, because that would mean that it's not gonna be up until I get back, which is Wednesday for my trip. So yeah. Mary Penguin King says, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? If you have seen it, you can include The Last Jedi. I have not seen a majority of the Star Wars movies. The only Star Wars movie I've seen was the first one, not the prequels, like the first one that was ever made. I don't even remember the name of it, I'll be honest, but I did enjoy it. We watched it on like the final day of our AV class. We saw the first Star Wars movie, and I really did enjoy it, as I already said. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. I thought it was great, fantastic, but I really am not too invested in Star Wars. I want to be invested into Star Wars, and please don't roast me too hard in the comment section. I do plan on watching all the movies. It's just that I have not gotten around to it. Next question. Punter Primate went ahead and asked, who is your favorite reindeer? I'm sure you guys already know my answer. Super generic. Literally the star of the show, the front of the line, the best freaking reindeer of all. And it's Prancer. You thought I was going to say Rudolph. Nah, boy! Have you ever fell in snow? Yes, I have fallen in snow plenty of times. Lived in Chicago. A lot of snow. A lot of snow. Crystal Knight asked, when will I be ungrounded from donating to you? Listen, Crystal Knight, I really freaking do appreciate your support, but between me and Ryan, you have just donated way too much. Alright, you're at about an 11. Gotta take it down to about a 3, but thank you regardless. I really do appreciate it. Next question. Mike said, what was your most memorable present as a younger fetus? This actually took me a little bit to think of because it's been a little bit since I was a young lad. I was trying to think of all the presents I've gotten over the years and trying to come up with the most memorable one. But I think the most memorable one, it's kind of ironic because I forgot about this one initially, but now that I think about it, this is probably the most memorable. It was like a Nerf gun thing. All right, basically you would put your iPod or your iPhone into it, and then there was this app you could get, and then basically it was like an AR gun type thing. It's basically like a video game, but you attach it to the top of the gun, and then you have the Nerf gun, but except it doesn't shoot bullets, it shoots like lasers, you know? And then basically if you had like a bunch of these things, you can get them together and play laser tag all through your phone with the gun. It's really weird. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it on screen. I don't even think it was made by Nerf. But anyways, my grandparents got me one, and they also got all my brothers one, and they also got all my cousins one. So we all had these guns that allowed us to play virtual laser tag. And I remember after we got those gifts, we just ran around my grandma's house and just played that nonstop. It was a ton of fun, and that's probably why it was the most memorable present. Like, if I would have just gotten, just the gun myself, it wouldn't have been as memorable. But the fact that we all got them and we were able to play laser tag in the house. Like, that was super cool. But anyways, I really hope I can find a picture of it because I'm sure my description was very, very bad. Anyways, next question. Do you have any plans to do another meetup next year? Not any plans right now, but if we have the opportunity to, I would absolutely love to. And if we are able to, I will make sure to notify you guys. You guys will be the first to hear about it if we're able to pull something like that off. The meetup this year was absolutely incredible, so freaking fun, meeting you dudes and just hanging out for hours at the Centennial Park. It was amazing. So I would love to do another one, definitely, for sure. It's just I don't know when, and I don't know how we're going to be able to pull it off, but I want to, so look out for that. Ham and Cheese Lover, also known as Starver, said, will this question be in the video? No. Favorite Eeveelution? Mine's Umbreon. I think Umbreon's super dope. Like, I love everything about Umbreon, but the only thing I don't like about Umbreon is how it's used in competitive. Umbreon is super bulky, super stally, or at least that's how I remember it when I was super into competitive. So that kind of lessened my opinion of Umbreon. If I had to choose a favorite Eeveelution, honestly, I don't really know. Like, I love the designs of Jolteon and Glaceon and Sylveon. But I think if I were to find an Eeveelution that was like the perfect balance between awesome design and also like competitive viability, I'd probably say Sylveon. Like, I love Jolteon, he's super cool, and I love Glaceon, literally super cool. But when it comes to Sylveon, I just love its design, and I really got attached to it when I started using it in competitive because I don't know about the current metagame, but it was power. Like, you smack Hyper Voice in that thing, you smack a Choice Specs on there, it's putting in work. So I loved how it introduced new typing, I loved its design, and I just love, I love it shiny, and I just love how it's used in competitive. It's a freaking great mon. So yeah, I'd probably say Sylveon, but the other Eeveelutions are not far behind, for sure. Alex Lopez says, what is your name? By the way, Your Name, fantastic film. Check it out. It's amazing. You will not regret it. My name is Frank Radici. I mean, my name isn't a secret anymore. Like, I don't know if you guys missed it, but the Famous Birthdays website, they found it. They figured it out. They figured out my name. Not only just my first name, but my last name too. So, yeah, I've been open about it ever since. Like, up until Famous Birthdays leaked it, it was kind of like a joke, a secret joke on the channel that my name was Frank, but like nobody actually knew it was Frank, you know what I'm saying? I used to play it off like nobody knew my actual name, but now that Famous Birthdays has leaked it, I've admitted to it. My name is Frank Radici. Nice to meet you. Mind sharing a funny story with us? I don't know. What's a funny story I could share with you guys real quick? Hang on, let me think.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I thought of a few funny stories, but the problem with those funny stories is that you kind of have to be there in order for it to be funny. Like, there's a lot of funny stuff that happens between, like, me and my friends, but it just would not be funny at all. Like, I was sitting there trying to think of how I would explain this, and it just would not come off as funny at all. So, instead, I'm going to point you towards something that isn't my funny story, but it's a very funny story, and it's called the longest joke in the world, or at least I think that's it. It might be the longest joke. I'm actually looking it up right now. It might be the longest joke in the world, or it might be just the longest joke. Okay, no, it is the longest joke in the world. So I'm going to go ahead and link it down below. This joke is less of a joke and more of a freaking novel. So if anybody actually goes through and reads all this, which I never actually read all of it, I got a summary, a very long summary, but it was still a summary from my friend. But if you have the opportunity to read this joke, I highly recommend it, because the story that it tells is freaking ridiculous, and then the punchline is absolutely insane. So I'd highly recommend it. I'll go ahead and link it down below. But be prepared to sink a few hours into it, because it's a little bit ridiculous. So there's your funny story. Next question. Peyton said up in the chat, do Asteroid, can you explain why people like me and you love editing so much as best as you can? Hang on. I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it. Wait a second. Woo! Okay. That question, I think I'm allergic to that question. No, I'm just playing. I actually, thank you so much for that question, because I've been meaning to talk about this. I freaking love editing. You guys know I love editing. You guys have been watching this video. I'm sure you could tell I love editing. But then again, I don't know if I'll be able to go all out on this video just because I am kind of short on time. But anyways, the reason why I love editing is because I just love taking a bunch of footage and then putting it together to make something that is much greater than what it originally was. Like, I just love seeing the final result. I love being able to be creative with it. I love being able to play around with different effects and timings and that kind of stuff. And I love creating something totally new and fresh out of whatever I recorded. Like, it's crazy how much of a difference editing makes, but it's almost like the source material is a whole different breed than what you can do with editing. I think of editing as the essential cherry on top. Like, I would compare it to a regular cherry, but you can have a cake, you can have ice cream without that cherry. The cherry is just the cherry on top. It's just a little extra spice. I feel like editing is more of a necessity. It's like the frosting. It's like the cake itself, to be honest. Because editing can take source material that's just garbage and make it into something actually worthwhile. And it can take great source footage and make it into something amazing. So that's why I love editing. But in terms of why you love editing, it could be completely different. I don't know. I mean, some people like editing for different reasons. Some people hate editing. Actually, a lot of people hate editing, which I can understand why. But I just personally love sitting down and feeling really proud of something that I've put together. Because I feel like just recording and just, you know, throwing it into an editor and then just not doing anything to it, just kind of rendering it out. I feel like that's not enough. For me, the editing is what really brings the video together and makes it something worthy to be proud of. Because anyone can just hit record. You know, anybody can record. Obviously, there's a lot of talent that goes into commentating and stuff like that. But for me personally, I find a lot more pride in putting together something that is, you know, both commentary-wise super good and something that's also like really edited and super professional. You know what I'm saying? It also shows a thing of effort. Like, it shows that, you know, I'm willing to put that much more effort into my videos to make it that much more better, or that much better. I don't know. I can't freaking speak. I'll cut it out. Anyways, I won't cut it out. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your question. Next question. Nico says, will you wear the panda head in the video? Nope. G said, is Franklin your actual name and is Skylar your very best friend? Also bring Skylar in the Q&A because the two together are fun to watch. Franklin is not my real name. Franklin's a nickname that Skylar gave me, which, no matter how many times she says it, it's not my real name. I guarantee it. My real name is Frank Radici. All right, no Lynn. No Lynn at the end, but I don't really mind people calling me Franklin. It's not a huge deal to me. But anyways, the reason why Skylar is not here, I would have totally included Skylar, but the reason why she's not here is because she's actually in Chicago right now. She went up there a day before us, so she's already there. She left this morning. It's currently Friday, the 22nd, 7:57 p.m., breaking the fourth wall. We don't leave until tomorrow morning. She left today. So yeah, she's already there. And the reason why she's going back there is because, in case you guys didn't know, we're both from Chicago. We were neighbors for a long time. That's why we're best friends. And then now she lives 7 minutes from my house, which I saw a question earlier. Actually, yeah. Hold up. Savage asked. Let me go and just respond to this question now that we're on the topic. Savage said, if you've answered before, please forgive me, but you and Skylar met and became friends in Chicago, right? How did both of your families end up moving to the same area of Tennessee? Savage, that is a very good question. I know it's kind of confusing. I know our backstory, our origin story is really weird. But yeah, we both lived like 2 houses away from each other in Illinois, in the Chicago suburban area. We lived there for, well, I lived there for like 10 years. She lived there a bit longer. She was there before me. We moved to the Chicago area, and then we became best friends, and we've known each other since we were both like in kindergarten, something like that. I think it's like 13 years now. So about, yeah, kindergarten, we knew each other. So we were best friends up until I moved about 3.5 years ago. I moved down to Tennessee from Chicago all the way down here to Tennessee, which is where I currently am. So I moved, she stayed there, her family, they all stayed where they were. And then recently this summer, so literally 2017, this summer, she followed us, her and her family followed us down, and now they live 7 minutes from my house. So it's not a coincidence by any means. It was totally planned out. Like, her family, they wanted to move. They've been wanting to move for a little bit, and they saw us do it 3 years before, so we moved down. We're good. We're settled. And then they decided to follow suit, literally this summer. So they moved, and then now we're 7 minutes from each other again. So it's kind of ridiculous how our friendship has been, because it went from 10 years of being well, we've always been best friends, but it went from 10 years of being right next to each other, hanging out every single day. You know, we were totally intertwined because we were literally right next to each other, we went to school together, all that kind of stuff. And then out of nowhere, seemingly, I move miles and miles away. We're separated for 3 years. And then, you know, we still talked, but obviously because of how far away we weren't able to hang out every day. So I really only saw her at Christmas and stuff, when I went back up to Chicago to visit family. It's crazy to think after 3 years of being separated, we are now finally back at it, and she's super close again. So, yeah, it is super confusing, but just know that, you know, we were friends for a super long time, and then I moved, and 3 years later, she moved down here as well. And it just all worked out. So now we're going to the same school again. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's why she's going back up to Chicago, because all of her family's up there, all of my family's up there, everybody's up there. So we're both going back. She just went back a little bit earlier. But anyways, sorry about that long rant. I'm not sure if you guys really wanted to hear about that. But anyways, Kaden asked, how did you do on finals? I think I did okay. I had to take 2 finals. I took a pre-cal final, and I took a chemistry final. Both finals were really, really tough, but I think I did good. I think I did well. I don't actually know how well I did, but I'll find out soon enough, and I'm pretty confident in it, so crossing my fingers. Anyways, next question. Burzan said, what is your all-time favorite anime? If you can't decide, then you could just give a top 3 or 5 in no specific order. My #1 favorite anime is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Best anime. Freaking love it. There's a lot of anime that come close, but FMAB for me has always been my #1. If you want to know, like, my top 5, there's only a few anime that I've actually given perfect scores. I have an anime list. I know, I'm a weeb. But I do have a few anime I could point out real quick that I have given perfect 10s, and that are right below FMAB for me. One of those anime is Gurren Lagann. Absolutely love Gurren Lagann. Another one of those anime is Code Geass. Freaking amazing, both seasons. The reason why I gave Code Geass a 10 out of 10 is because I love the characters, I love the plot, and after every single episode, like every single episode, I just thought, what the hell? Like, that show blew me away, which is why I gave it a 10 out of 10. Toradora is up there. Absolutely love Toradora. Just freaking adorable, amazing. And then Your Name is also on there as one of my top 5, I'd say. So those are the only shows I've given 10 out of 10. Other shows that come close, Hunter x Hunter's amazing, Death Note's amazing. I'm just scrolling through my list right now. Really loved Noragami, One Punch Man, Erased, My Hero Academia is amazing, you guys already know. But yeah, actually, I'm just going to use this little anime segue to throw in the fact that I started watching Assassination Classroom. I finished the first season last night. Freaking incredible show. I'm going to try and finish it over this winter break. But yeah, I would also highly recommend Assassination Classroom. I haven't finished it yet, obviously, as I just said. So I can't, you know, give it a final score, but it is pretty incredible and I'm really enjoying it. Anyways, next question. Ghostfingers said, favorite Pokemon dual type. Also, how does one wear a beanie so clean? Ghostfingers, thank you so much for the compliment, my dude. Favorite Pokemon dual type, like favorite Pokemon dual type that exists? I don't know. I have distinct memories of Victini when Victini was announced during like the Gen 5 era, because I remember they marketed it as the first fire and psychic type Pokemon, and I don't know what it was, but the fact that this cute little V-looking Pokemon was the first fire and psychic type Pokemon to ever exist, that blew my mind as a kid. I don't know, it just baffled me to think that a type combination like that like hadn't existed yet, and that was the first one to exist. So Victini kind of stands out in my mind in terms of dual typing. If I had to choose like a dual type of a Pokemon that doesn't exist, I want to see a fire grass type. I really want to see a fire grass type, and I don't think a fire grass type exists now, unless I'm just being super oblivious. But a fire grass type would be super awesome, and I would love to see that. But in terms of how I wear my beanie so clean, I mean, here, I'll give you a step-by-step tutorial. So first, you have your beanie. right? And the beanie could be any old beanie. Could be, you know, a blue beanie. Could be a red beanie. Could be a purple beanie. I don't know. It's whatever you want to do. So first, I take the beanie, I find the tag, and I make sure that that's facing away from me. I grab both sides of the beanie, and then I proceed to just take the beanie and fit it snugly over my head. Now be careful not to put it inside out, because that could be devastating, especially with that tag on the inside. You really don't want that showing. But anyways, my dudes, thank you so much for watching. I've been recording for 52 minutes. I really hope this video isn't nearly that long. I guess we'll see what happens in editing, but thank you so much for all your questions. This was an absolute blast to do, and I'd love to do more Q&As in the future if you guys are down. But in the meantime, please enjoy your Christmas, hang out with your family, have a good time. If you don't celebrate, I hope you have a fantastic day regardless. But yeah, with that being said, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you dudes next time. Peace! Bye!